A mountain lion sighting near a Globe Elementary School puts students and families on alert ahead of tomorrow night's graduation ceremony. A 19-year-old Avondale man faces federal charges after allegedly setting fire to a future ICE detention facility in Surprise. A disturbing overnight break-in at the Maricopa County Medical Examiner's Office leads to multiple felony charges and suspended operations. And Arizona carries out its first execution of the year following the 2002 gasoline murder of a Phoenix man. Good morning, Central Arizona, and welcome to your Thursday, May 21st edition of Central Arizona News, brought to you by Lowry's Window and Door, Ponderosa Plumbing AZ, and Rimfire LLC. For Tonto-TV.com and KRIMFM.com, I'm Randy Roberson. Well, topping our news today, officials in Globe are urging residents to remain alert after a mountain lion was spotted this week near Birch Street, adjacent to Copper Rim Elementary School. The city of Globe says Arizona Game and Fish was immediately notified following the sighting. Out of an abundance of caution, Copper Rim Elementary remained on a secure hold throughout the morning, meaning gates were locked and students and staff stayed off playground areas. Officials say they have no additional sightings reported. Wildlife experts say mountain lions are typically most active during dawn, dusk, and nighttime hours, though they can also travel and hunt during the day. However, they generally avoid populated areas and loud noises. The advisory comes as Globe prepares for tomorrow evening's graduation ceremony at Harbison Field near Birch Street. Families attending are being encouraged to keep children close and remain aware of their surroundings. In other news, a 19-year-old Avondale man is facing federal charges after prosecutors say he intentionally set fire to a warehouse in Surprise that is planned to become an ICE detention center. The U.S. Attorney's Office identified the suspect as Gabriel Mendoza Alcotzi. He faces charges of malicious damage to federal property and willful depredation against property of the United States. Court documents say surveillance video allegedly showed Mendoza Alcotzi driving into the warehouse parking lot back in February, carrying a propane tank to the building, breaking a window, and using a torch attached to the tank to ignite window coverings. Investigators say he also allegedly used landscaping rocks to spell out an anti-ICE message outside the facility. The warehouse was purchased earlier this year by the Department of Homeland Security and is expected to house up to 1,500 detainees. If convicted, Mendoza Alcotzi could face between 5 and 20 years in federal prison. Well, coming up, a bizarre and disturbing break-in at the Maricopa County Medical Examiner's Office leads to multiple felony charges. And Arizona carries out its first execution of the year following a brutal 2002 murder case. These stories and much more coming up right after the break.
For over 30 years, Lowry's Window and Door has been serving the Payson and Rim Country area by designing window and door systems that bring the outside in. Our goal is to help our customers by creating a healthier, more comfortable environment with natural light and open air that completely transforms space from the inside out. We offer dynamic lifestyle-changing solutions that transform residential and commercial spaces in any environment or climate, from contemporary to traditional. The products we offer are known for their quality and value. We are proud to offer Western window systems, Milgard, Geldwin, La Cantina doors, and Pello windows and doors. As certified installers, Lowry's Window and Door has the training and expertise to take your vision and create a retrofit window system or new home package that will enhance and upgrade your home's value. Our products are backed by the best warranty programs in the industry. To help choose the most unique, functional, and high-performance options, please contact us today.
Ponderosa Plumbing is Central Arizona's go-to plumbing team. For decades, homeowners, builders, and businesses have trusted Ponderosa Plumbing AZ for new construction, remodels, repairs, sewer and drain service, high-definition camera inspections, water heater installation, water treatment systems, and expert slab leak repair. When experience matters, when quality matters, when getting it done right the first time matters, Ponderosa Plumbing delivers. Locally owned, highly trusted, serving all of Central Arizona with honesty, craftsmanship, and unmatched know-how. Located at 107 West Wade Lane, Suite number 5 in Payson, call Ponderosa Plumbing AZ today at 928-476-4727. Ponderosa Plumbing AZ. Experience you can trust, quality you can count on. Well, welcome back. In other news, authorities say a 31-year-old Phoenix man is facing multiple felony charges after allegedly breaking into the Maricopa County Medical Examiner's office and gaining access to corpses inside the facility. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office says deputies responded around 1:30 Wednesday morning following reports of a burglary at the downtown Phoenix office. Investigators say Fenris Liu allegedly used a crowbar to enter the building and was later found inside without incident. According to multiple law enforcement sources, Liu was allegedly caught on surveillance video tampering with numerous body bags and engaging in sexual contact with several corpses. Officials say operations including autopsies, forensic testing, and organ donation procedures have now been temporarily paused while the investigation continues. Authorities are also working to notify families and determine whether any ongoing criminal investigations may have been compromised. Liu faces multiple felony charges including burglary, escape, and sexual conduct with a dead body. Bond was set at $500,000 with electronic monitoring conditions if released. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for May 29th. In other news, Arizona carried out its first execution of the year Wednesday as a 63-year-old Leroy Dean McGill was put to death by lethal injection at the Arizona State Prison Complex in Florence. McGill was convicted in the 2002 murder of Charles Perez after prosecutors say he threw gasoline on Perez and his girlfriend inside a Phoenix apartment and then ignited them. Perez later died from severe burns, while survivor Nova Banta suffered catastrophic injuries but testified against McGill during the trial. State officials say the execution process proceeded without complications. McGill was pronounced dead approximately 21 minutes after the IV procedure began. The Arizona Attorney General's office says its thoughts remain with the victims and their families. McGill had exhausted final appeals in recent months and declined to seek clemency. And in other Central Arizona news, quick response stops a small brush fire near the US 60. Fire crews responded quickly to a small human-caused brush fire near the Los Hermanos area and the US 60 rest stop wash this week. Officials say members of the C shift arrived on scene and immediately began working to contain the fire before it could spread into surrounding dry vegetation. Firefighters Cardona and Flores successfully extinguished the flames and remained on scene afterward to ensure all remaining hotspots were fully cooled before clearing the incident. Well, that fire is being used as an important reminder that Central Arizona's increasingly dry conditions can allow even the smallest spark to rapidly grow into a dangerous wildfire. Fire officials are encouraging residents and travelers to remain vigilant and take extra precautions outdoors as wildfire season intensifies. And as a reminder, Stage 1 fire restrictions remain in effect across the Tonto National Forest and neighboring forests, and officials say public cooperation plays a critical role in protecting communities, firefighters, and Arizona's public lands. Now, coming up in Central Arizona weather, things are beginning to heat up. We have your full forecast coming up right after the break. When seconds matter, preparation, judgment, and understanding matters even more. If you carry to protect yourself or the people you love, you deserve training rooted in real experience, not theory. Join the Rimfire LLC Concealed Carry Weapons class in Payson, Arizona, led by NRA certified instructors who have decades of real law enforcement experience. This class goes way beyond the permit. Rimfire LLC focuses on the reality of self-defense. What happens before, during, and after you've defended yourself or someone else. This is in-person instruction with fingerprints included and lunch provided. Bring your unloaded firearm and 10 rounds for use at the range, or Rimfire LLC will be happy to provide one for you. Train with experience you can trust. Train with Rimfire LLC. Call 928-595-2877 for more information. Rimfire LLC, CCW training in Payson, Arizona. Well, taking a look now at Central Arizona weather. Overall, Central Arizona will continue a gradual warming trend through the weekend with dry conditions and typical afternoon breezes. Payson's forecast for a high of 81 today. Up on top of the rim at Heber, they're expecting a high of 75, and down in the deserts of Tonto Basin, they'll be heating up to about 91 degrees today. Overnight lows tonight, pretty mild. 47 in Payson, 43 on top of the rim, and 59 in Tonto Basin. Lower desert communities could approach the upper 90s to near 100 degrees by late weekend, while mountain communities remain seasonably warm and dry. Looking ahead to Memorial Day, forecasters are watching for the potential for high base showers and isolated thunderstorms over eastern Arizona's higher terrain. Rainfall amounts appear to be limited, but dry lightning strikes and gusty outflow winds could increase wildfire concerns early next week, especially across remote, high-terrain areas. Conditions are expected to turn breezier and slightly cooler by the middle of next week. And finally, Arizona Highway Patrol troopers and Ranger 3 recently spent time connecting with families during the Touch a Truck community outreach event in Chino Valley. Troopers showcased patrol equipment, answered questions from children and parents, and helped educate the public about the dangers of impaired and distracted driving. Officials thanked everyone who attended and said events like this help strengthen positive relationships between law enforcement and the communities they serve. And that's your Central Arizona news for this Thursday. Special thanks once again to the sponsors who make this newscast possible: Lowry's Window and Door, Ponderosa Plumbing AZ, and Rimfire LLC. For Tonto-TV.com and KRIMFM.com, I'm Randy Roberson. Make it a great day.